edge of the road.
Is that the road? Right here? Today, we are gonna go in the Snow Kitty, and we're headed back up Wells Canyon.
Yeah,
Wells Canyon. We're gonna go check on some bulls. Word on the streets is there might not be bulls anymore. It might just be a bull. But we're gonna go find out, see what's going on, and we're gonna haul them in some hay. We haven't been able to get a helicopter, and there's absolutely no other way to get the bulls out without a helicopter. We reached out to Heavy D, he doesn't have a lifting permit. We reached out to Southern Utah University, their helicopter won't perform at that altitude. So we ran into some issues, and basically our only option is we're gonna go in and feed it. We're gonna strap all the hay to the top of Whiskers. We're gonna head over to Tractor Supply. We're gonna get us some of those rails and we're gonna strap them to the roof so that we can put straps over the hay. All right, so we're mounting some E-tracking to each corner of the roof because we're gonna load this thing up with hay. We're being efficient.
So you're telling me it's gonna leak more?
Yeah, it's gonna leak more. But we're gonna be doing an overhaul on Whiskers. And at that point, holy crap.
I don't know if that's gonna hold anything.
Yeah, I don't think so either. We gotta slow down. And at that point, we'll fix all the holes.
And the broken window. All
right, so we've got everything loaded. Whiskers is on the bed of the truck. We got the E-tracks on the roof. Pretty solid crew today. We got Hillbilly in the back. He's doing his PR work on his phone like usual. We got the boss with us filming. We're gonna go meet Wyatt. We're gonna load a bunch of bales of hay. Now, I am not a farmer. You know what? I just don't load hay. So this is gonna be new for me. We're gonna try something new today. And we're gonna strap it to the roof of Whiskers, take some hay up so that this bull will survive until it can walk out in the spring. Anyway, once we get up there, I'm gonna explain to you guys a little bit better why we cannot get to them. Basically, there's two mountain ranges and there's a wash and a river in the center, and these bulls walked up the river and then it snowed them in. There's really no way of getting them out.
I think you said, I'll explain when we get up there.
I'll explain when we get up there, but I'll explain it now.
I think it's gonna be a fun trip, especially since you can't see up there.
How do you want them stacked?
You're the farmer.
I ain't never stacked on a roof before.
Just however we can.
It's just like stacking it on a flatbed.
So this is a new style of recovery. We've never put hay on the top of Whiskers, but you know what? He's a do-all.
Have you ever put hay on anything?
I've never even touched hay because I'm not a farmer. But today's the day. We're putting 15 bales on the top of Whiskers, and this is gonna get us all the way till the end of April. So they're feeding one bale every other day. So we keep that bull going for 30 days. Hopefully by then we can walk that thing out. All right, so they're gonna run down to their farm, grab their snowmobile, and then they're gonna meet us up there. They just told us that the drift that we saw last time that we were worried about is now 40 feet bigger. So we gotta find a bypass road and we may not make it. We got 15 bales of hay up on top of Whiskers. They're out of here and we're headed to the top. So let's do this. Now we're in the mud. Creep. So we're in first gear, high range, and it's about bogging it out. Since I'm committed, I'm just gonna keep it in high range, but we probably should have been in low range there. The 15 bales of hay on top sure do add a lot of weight. Somebody's been up here recently because there's some fresh tracks. We're about 4 miles away. Here in a little bit, we'll get out and make sure none of the hay's falling off.
Looks like all the hay's still there.
Yeah, well, that's good. Nothing's fallen off yet, but we've got a little bit of erosion here. We're gonna try to take it wide and just go through it. What do I do, Hillbilly?
Go for it.
Oh, that is hard. And any hay fall?
3 bales.
Yeah, barely making it up this hill. The last time it wasn't so hard, but we didn't have 1,500 pounds on the roof. But we're making it.
So we can't see where the roads anywhere go. It's insane out here.
All right, so we literally cannot see anything. So I'm just driving by feel. We're probably gonna end up waiting for Wyatt to get here on a snowmobile because I don't know what to do.
So they told us that we would be able to see tracks and it would be fine, and it isn't so snowy and there's no tracks. Everything looks like hills up here. The snow is playing tricks on your whole brain. It's snowing so much. So much.
Hillbilly luckily has some cell service. He doesn't have Verizon like us.
5G full bars almost.
We are totally off track.
We're lost.
We're just temporarily delayed. If we could see, we wouldn't be lost.
And we're right on the edge of the road.
Is that the road? Right here?
I'm assuming because we're like right on the edge of the white. We're almost on the white now. Hey, we're on the road now.
What the?
Oh, so we were, yes, that was the right way.
But no, it's not.
But it is.
But it's not because it's snowdrift.
Well, I know, but.
We don't know where to go.
All right, so we're about halfway up the mountain. We can't find the kid. It's white out. We may not make it up to him. We might just get the hay off, maybe go back up to that little area. I'm not looking to stay up here all night.
And another problem is if there's any kind of hill, we're not making it up it.
No way.
Go up this road and then you hang to the left. We can look there. The only other way's way steep.
All right, so the cowboys caught up to us. We're gonna take a shortcut because there's a 40-foot drift. The snow drift that we went through before is much, much bigger. So they've cut me a little path. I'm gonna try to make it up. If I can't make it up this drift, we're dumping the hay off.
Whiskers is doing way better than we thought. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon.
All right, so we're at the final hill. If we don't make it up this, we unload the hay. So we're gonna try. We're first gear low, pin. Right, back. Look, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Look at that, woo! Hopefully that was the worst.
Got a video of that one.
Well, it's barely moving.
Lead the way, Ben.
Is that the worst of it? Okay, that's the worst of it.
I'll send Ben down to look at the road going to it because past few times it's been drifted kind of weird. And if it is, then there's another way, and all that is a little bit of a hill as you drop down. I can't imagine this thing tipping on it, but
No, but we just need to make sure we can get back out of it.
oh yeah.
All right, so we made it to the top. Down on that other side is the drift that we won't make it around. So I'm proud of Whiskers. That was all she had, literally climbing.
Wouldn't have been so bad if we didn't have
1,500 pounds of hay. At this point, we're just praying to get as far up here as possible, and that's about all we can ask for.
We're gonna go straight across this rim and then we'll start dropping down.
Like way over there?
This little hill that goes here kind of makes the bowl and we're gonna drop.
I'm following Wyatt. So we've got Ben on a snowmobile, and he's kind of scouting where we can go, and Wyatt's on the old trail sled, and we're following him. So basically we're on top of a ridge right now, trying to bypass the road because there's too many snow drifts, and then we're gonna start dropping back down into a bowl, and we're headed this way. We'd be totally lost if we didn't have snowmobilers showing us where to go.
Too bad they can't find a back road like this for the bowl.
I think that bowl's staying put until there's not a lot of snow.
In order for it to be a back road, we had to be on a road.
We're not on a road, we're on a ridge.
I was just thinking this is a little sketchy. We can't see, they can't see, and they're leading us.
Leading blind into the blind.
Yeah, seriously, I might have to close my eyes.
Yeah.
Are you lost?
No, I'm not lost.
Okay, good.
See that tree that's a little bit taller?
Uh-huh.
Aim for it.
You aim for it and I'll aim for you.
Okay.
All right, he says he's not lost, so I'm gonna believe him, but I do recognize this area. Told me to shoot for a tree. I didn't ask which tree, I just said okay. We'll see how it goes. Well, one thing we've learned today, at minimum, we can at least carry a bowl on the roof. We got 1,500 pounds of hay.
If Danny's laying down.
Oh, you can wrestle it. Go in there and wrestle that thing. Let's put it on the roof.
No thanks.
You wanted it back there with you.
Oh yeah, you want to put it inside?
Let's do it.
All right, so what we're gonna do, we made it to the hill. Right here is where you have to drop down on a snowmobile and follow the river up. We're gonna unload the hay under this tree. So So basically what we've done is we've helped them get a month's worth of hay up to this point so that they don't have to bring a snowmobile every single day hauling hay up. So it's gonna help them. We'll probably be back here in a month to feed this bull. All right, so we are in Saul's Canyon right now. So on the last video, I don't think we showed you just how crappy it really was. So I am on a snowmobile right now, and basically I have come in on the side of a hill. Now the hill is like this. So we've got a hill over here, and we've got a hill right here. Now this comes down into a valley where there's a river. So the river's down low. Now the video may not do this justice. We're still another half a mile up this side hill that you can only access through a snowmobile. So we're gonna go in, show you guys the bowl. Unfortunately, there's only one left. The other one's still standing there, but it's under snow. There's literally no way to get in here other than by air. And we already attempted to get Heavy D, and we attempted to get a university that has helicopters to come in and help us lift it out. But it's just not gonna happen. So our next option, we brought all the hay up there. Now Wyatt and his friend Ben, they're gonna be snowmobiling hay in every other day. But what this is gonna do is this is gonna allow them to jump on the snowmobile and get up this canyon in about 10 or 15 minutes, rather than 2 hours in and 2 hours out. So it's eating up most of their day every other day. They're gonna do their best to keep this bull alive, but unfortunately this is nature, kind of how things go sometimes. All right, so it's super hard to see, but our next obstacle, there is a big bowl right here. That is the river. We're right on the edge of it, and we're on 7 feet of snow. I've got to very carefully take the snowmobile in here on a side hill. There's just no way to get a snowcat in here. It's just not happening. If we could have just gotten snowshoes up here, put them on the bulls, they could have walked out on the snowshoes. But unfortunately, that wasn't going to work either. All right, so now we've made it about another 1/8 of a mile, and here we have a wash we have to go down through, up, turn around, go back down, then up to this fence line over here. We've got 1, 2, 3 obstacles, and then we're gonna be riding that fence line all the way in, very, very carefully. All right, so we got one happy bull. He's got his trough, he's got his hay, he's got a little bit of shelter over here under this tree. Unfortunately, this is gonna be the best place for him until the snow goes away. So we've got a few more months of this. He'll be out of here soon. Looks like he's fed. I mean, this is as good as he can get it until we can get him off the mountain. So anyway, we're gonna get the snowmobile turned around and we're gonna get on out of here. So unfortunately, this is where the other bull was. That bull tried to move. So he's actually down here under snow. So when he stepped off this, basically his little area, he stood right into about 5 feet of snow. So he's standing straight up right down there underneath the snow, where he just basically went down in the snow, and that was it. He couldn't move, and he basically just stayed there until he passed away. The owners weren't able to get in here to find the bull until it was too late, but luckily it's covered right now, so there's no predators coming in. It's unfortunate, but we still have one that we're gonna get fed and get off this mountain. Let's get back to the snowcat and head down. See you later. All right, so we just got out of there. We're back almost to the main road. So we just came down the toughest part that we had to go up with 1,500 pounds of hay. So I think we're pretty scot-free from here. Anyway, overall, Whiskers is kicking some butt. It's doing way better unloaded as it was on the way up loaded. All right, so we made it back down. One bull's up there. It's gonna be fed for like the next month. How did these bulls even get stuck?
Basically, they disappear. They kind of stag out, and they were in a valley, and we couldn't find them. And we looked everywhere for them, and then they showed up. Somebody found them.
Over Christmas, they had been missing for like 3 months, and somebody found them. So they've been hauling bales of hay up on a snowmobile every other day for the last 2 or 3 months. We hauled 15 bales of hay up. It's gonna help them for about the next month, and we'll probably end up hauling more. So,
yep, I appreciate you guys having a hand.
Yeah, no problem. Talk to you guys soon, I'm sure.
I wish I would have brought my snowmobile.
Looked like they were having a lot of fun. As always, we appreciate you. If you enjoyed this video, go check out this one.